Hello, friends and foes alike. Whoops, hold on a second here. That was funny. Well, that was the German version of what I'm doing right now. And I'm starting a blog. It's called, I'm calling it Free with Von FOLTA. I think that's a good one. I'm calling it Free with Von FOLTA because I did this little had this little idea once for this little magazine, this little free, it's a little more like a pamphlet, booklet, maybe 10 pages or something. And anyway, I called it Free, and I was just putting it out there in different places. I didn't do it for very long because it was actually a thing you can hold in your hand. I'm holding it right here. Can you hear it? I have still a couple left, but it was too expensive for me. I was a poor musician, still am, but the digital medium is fantastic for that. So I decided to do this blog and call it Free. What I did might be worth mentioning. What I did in this magazine is, or in this pamphlet, or whatever you want to call it, I have some information in it that I found interesting, just random stuff, but not so random. It's all related to, our existence here together as a human family on this planet, floating through space, on orbit around the sun. It's pretty amazing, pretty mind blowing, if you ask me. At least every time I think about it. And so there's one thing that I have in here while I'm holding it in my hand. It's called The Tragedy of the Commons. And it's an article written by Garrett Hardin, first published in the journal Science in 1968. The article describes a dilemma in which multiple individuals acting independently and solely consulting their own self-interest will ultimately destroy a shared limited resource, even when it is clear that it is not in anyone's long-term interest for this to happen. And I thought, well, that sounds familiar. And I know I'm laughing. I don't know what else to do, really. But maybe start this blog and talk a little bit about this, exchange ideas or thoughts, whatever. This is what I want to use this blog for. I also want to introduce my music here as well, and use it as a base to communicate from. Have my monologues here, and maybe you'll find something interesting in him. That'd be cool. If you have any ideas, inspirations, that's cool too. I'm down with that. So now you kind of know what this is going to be like, what it's going to be about, what to expect in the future. And I will give my best to be clear and precise and inspiring and real. That might not always be so fun, but it's necessary, man. Shit. Things seem to be really, really serious, and nobody seems to notice. They're talking about 50 to 100 years, and then it's like this this place, this earth that we're living on, will be no longer usable for us because we've just really fucked it up. And that brings me back to the tragedy of the commons, this article by Garrett Hardin. Anyway, it's pretty much all revolves around that for me at this point, and I'm thinking, I'm, you know, I've been thinking that for a while. I mean, I got rid of my TV in 2000. That just helps me not get sucked in. That helps me be more productive with this time and do something. Because when I first got rid of it, it was my first year in Los Angeles, North Hollywood. I lived at Villa Pompeii. Anyway, I threw that thing out, man, and I was like, what am I going to do now? You know, there's no TV to turn on. I had like withdrawals, man. So, but I was like, fuck, man, I love music, so, you know, and that's what I want to do more of anyway. That's why I threw it away, because I got so distracted by that thing, you know, and living in a one-bedroom apartment, and so living room was also room to paint. I have my easel there, my paints, and all the music stuff, and a couch. I had a couch too, and it made me a lot more productive. It made me a lot more productive, and I started doing different things. I started reading some books, talking to people, just making more music, being more productive, and learning things I wanted to learn, you know, about recording and music, writing songs and all that. And I just spent all the time with that, you know, because during the day I was working, you know. You say you're working the 8, 10, whatever hours, and then you come home and you're like, you don't want to do anything anymore. So when the TV say you turn that thing on, you know, and you're just like vegging and whatever. And I was like, I don't want to do this anymore. So I stopped, and I literally put it out on the sidewalk. and that was a good move. I haven't missed it since. So, you know, now I come up with crazy ideas like this magazine, this pamphlet, or this blog, you know, or so many music. But I want to be, you know, get back to the subject. This is this is serious, man. It's serious. It really is, and it's so big and overwhelming that I don't. You know, I live here too, man, and it's like nobody seems to give a fuck about anybody else if they live there, and, you know, planet, whatever, or living space. And I don't know. I want to talk a little bit about what I'm doing in my own little way when I go grocery shopping and, you know, get some fruit. You know, hopefully it's not already wrapped, or, you know, vegetables or whatever. And, you know, I don't take a plastic bag. You know, like this. Put it in the bag, you know, and then you put it in the other bag, and then, you know, at home you throw it away, and then next time you go you take another one. And it's like, if you do the math, you know, it's like, fuck, that's plastic. That's like petroleum, like crude oil, you know, all the shit that they go to war for, so we can put gas in our cars and have all this combustion engine technology, you know, that burns fossil fuels, and they make plastics out of it. Plastic is made from it. It's everywhere. That shit's everywhere, man. If you take a video camera and you go through your house and you film everything that's made of plastic, you'll have an experience that is gonna maybe wake you up, because it did me. And I might do that here on this channel too. I'm not sure what in particular I will be doing, but I will integrate my music as well, because all my thoughts and my being is like along the lines of this article and the thoughts that go along with it, and what are we doing here, So this is just another way for me to express myself, tell you what I'm thinking, and well, I hope it reaches you in good health, and I hope you're well and actively participating with little things. We'll get into that. I just reuse those plastic bags, by the way. I just reuse them. I took one time. I took 3 of them, and then I just whatever 3 or 4, and I just reuse them all the time. It's like, why not? So I gotta go. I only have 11 minutes. We'll figure it out. I'll see you soon. I hope so. Anyway. Okay. Be well. Bye.